Today I'm going to be showing you some of my earlier projects and just talk about some of the strange mistakes that I made along the way. So hope you enjoy it. Let's get into the episode. Hey everybody, I hope you're doing great today. This is Nostalgic Nick-Nacks and my name is Ryan. I'm so happy you're here with me. Today I've got a special video for you. I'm going to be taking a look at some of my earlier projects when I first got started with Fuse-Beading, telling you a little bit about the stories behind them and just learning from past mistakes and showing you that your mistakes are definitely going to help you grow. So if you're into that sort of thing, you're just getting started out, or you're somebody who's just kind of stuck in a rut with your fuse beading experience, I think this video is the video for you. I want to be genuine and sincere in what I'm talking about and just going over the aches and pains, the growing pains, if you will, of fuse beading. So this is going to be a great video. I'm glad you're here to check it out. And if you are new to fuse beading, check out this video I put together up here. One of my first few videos that I made for YouTube, and I talk about all the accessories you're going to need for Perler beading. Of course, you can ask me any questions. I love getting back with people and responding to questions that you might have. Also, down below in the description, I have all the accessories you're going to need for fuse beading and being great at it. I want to tell you about TopTierBeads. TopTierBeads is where I get my beads from, and they offer over 500 colors. So if you're interested in buying your standard Perler beads, or you want to try out their own TopTierBeads, check out the link below and you'll get 15% off your first order with TopTierBeads. They're great people. If you have any questions, ask them. And they're also based in Florida, and they ship anywhere in the United States, and they do some incredible fast shipping. So check them out below. So I started with Perler beading back in 2021, 2022, I think. I didn't know anything about fuse beading. I didn't know there were even fuse beads. And I got this gift, and I really loved it because it was bringing the pixels that I love to life. So after a while, I realized that I could try this out myself, and I actually enjoyed it. Along the way though, there were quite a few bumps, especially some pretty severe frustrations to begin with. I was just about to call it quits. I actually made a video about that, but I didn't call it quits, and I just kept going. So I just want to talk a little bit about that today, showcase some of these mishaps, and give you encouragement. This one that I'm going to show you first, this is a Mario, and first thing I noticed about this is that Mario doesn't really have the right colors. Now this was before I got butterscotch. This was before I found out that olive went very well with Mario, this green instead of this kiwi lime. And I was using what I had, and that's what I encouraged you to do, is just use what you have. So here he is, and you can kind of see some of the issues. So he looks great from a distance, but those colors are just off. And I tried to do the flat melt method, and you'll see that with a lot of these projects. I tried to make them flat, and then I realized, hey, people love this beaded look, and I truly love this over the melted look. Even though some people do an excellent job with the melted look, I love the beaded look. I have a string of other projects I'm just going to show you real quick. So there is the White Wizard from Final Fantasy 1, and this was one of my projects I did where I was looking for that flat look. You can see there's some places where the holes didn't quite look that great, but it wasn't that bad for one of my first few attempts at flat ironing. Here's another one. So I think this is from Final Fantasy 3, and you can see there are some holes here, little holes here and there. There's a little hole that came up during the ironing process. And I believe this was when I had my Cricut Mini for the first time, and I was just trying to get that flat look. I just couldn't quite get it. There are some bumps in the surface here. I mean, overall, like I said, these are not the worst that I ever did, but just kind of showing you the outcome during my first year of fuse beading. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of bleeding of colors here. Yeah, interesting. And then we have this Go-Go from Final Fantasy 6, and you can see he has lots of holes happening here. And these happen when you iron it too much and the air gets trapped in the heat of the plastic in the beads, and then it just pops open and it creates a hole. So, and you can see there is quite the curve on Go-Go here. Yeah, quite the curve there. And just really not that great looking. I'll kind of get up close here so you can see it. So when you shine the light on it, it's definitely got some marks on it. It's not the cleanest look. From a distance you can say, wow, that looks great, you did such a great job, but as you get in closer you can kind of see those defects. So yeah, look at all those holes. Pretty interesting there. Go-Go, you just didn't do it this time, did you? And again, when you don't have the right colors, just kind of, it's not working. Here's Gino. He is my first, the big project that I attempted. Compared to something small like this, I mean, he was a whole lot bigger, and I was very nervous about ironing him because it probably took me a good 45 minutes to an hour to make him, to figure out these colors. And when you put that much work into something, you don't want to ruin it. And unfortunately, you know, he wasn't ruined, but if you take a closer look here, you kind of see, ooh, look at that. You kind of see the pressing in of the iron I did here. And I think when I made him, I definitely was using a traditional iron, and it just did not go right. Yeah, you can see if that iron presses in over here, it's just not going to look great. Yeah, a little bit of bubbles here and there that had popped, but overall not a bad flat look from a distance. But again, I keep saying the same thing, colors are off. It doesn't look that great, but it's serviceable, but not that great. You definitely learn and grow as you make mistakes and you figure things out. And that's the point here I'm trying to make, is that you have to take your losses, which are really not losses. They're times where you are working hard on something and you're improving and you get better and you know more up here. You have more skills. You know what colors to choose. You know how long to put that iron on. It just takes experience, and that just takes time. So don't give up on it, because you are going to get better, and this is proof that you get better. Here's kind of, you know, somewhere where I started, and then here is a very nice even melt. It just takes experience. I can't say that enough. So here I was trying to get the flat look of a Goomba. I thought it looked really good. Now when you look closer up, you can see some flaws here and there, but overall not bad, and he looks cool from a distance. It looks like he just popped out of Super Mario Brothers. But then I had a few where they were okay, they weren't that great. But there is Mog from Final Fantasy 6, and you can see some of the colors are off here, but again, there's those little holes, the little holes that are not the kind of holes that you want. But there is, I was getting trapped into some of the holes showing up and some of them not being there and being completely closed up. So it just kind of, it was uneven. You see here some holes, and then here they're closed up. So I was frustrated. I didn't know really where to go from there. And then I had the pig here from Final Fantasy IV, a little pig sprite, and you can kind of see here, it doesn't look good when you shine the light on it. You see all that bad ironing. But then I had a really good breakthrough with Sir Arthur, yes, from Ghosts and Goblins, and he just turned out really great from top to bottom, very even, and I thought, man, this is awesome. He is so cool looking, he's very even. Can I do this every time? And I ultimately decided I don't need to have the flat iron so much. I can do it my own way and it's going to be great. This is how you learn. You experiment, you try things out, and sooner or later you're gonna have a great looking Goomba, or you're gonna have a great looking Toad here that's all open and it looks great and everything's even. And if the thing I looked to with my projects is I want to make sure that if I look at it close up, it's going to look great. And also over time you learn you need to have the weight on your projects, because you're going to end up with a curvy finished product. And there is nothing you can do about that. Once it's set, it's set. You can't really, you can try to bend it back into place, but it's still gonna be wonky compared to if you had set the books on it in the first place. Well, I hope you enjoyed this look at some of my earlier projects. I hope it gave you some inspiration that even if your projects aren't looking that great right now, they will get better. You will have improvements. It's going to be great. Keep going, don't give up, and who knows, maybe in 4 months you can go back and look at these earlier projects that you have and see the huge difference that you've made from then to now. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want more content like this, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. I really appreciate it, and it goes a long way to growing this channel. That's it for today's video, everybody. Until next time, I pray that you have a fantastic day, improve, get better, and make mistakes. And our friend Gino, who I ironed so long ago, says, happy beading.